Good morning. I'm an addict named Austin. I got clean here at Serenity House in Abilene, Texas on October 19, 2014. And I jumped on here to read the gist for today with you. January 15th, fear. We grow to feel comfortable with our higher power as a source of strength. As we learn to trust this power, we begin to overcome our fear of life. Powerless as we are, living on self-will is a frightening, unmanageable experience. In recovery, we have turned our will and our lives over safely to the care of the God of our understanding. When we lapse in our program, when we lose conscious contact with our higher power, we begin to take control of our lives again, refusing the care of the God of our understanding. If we do not make a daily decision to surrender our lives to the care of our higher power, we may become overwhelmed with our fear of life. Through working the 12 steps, we found that faith in a power greater than ourselves helps relieve our fear. As we draw closer to a loving God, we become more conscious of our higher power. And the more conscious we are of God's care for us, the less our fears. When we feel afraid, we ask ourselves, is this fear an indication of a lack of faith in my life? Have I taken control again, only to find my life still unmanageable? If we answer yes to these questions, we can overcome our fear by turning our will and our lives back over to the care of the God of our understanding. Just for today, I will rely on the care of my higher power to relieve my fear of life. Man, this really hits home for me. In the first few years, I was really in the process, right? And it was very obvious to me that I couldn't live with or without drugs. My life was unmanageable, and that there was a lot of fears I had to face, right? Because I think what this process looks like for me is, in the beginning, I get hope. After putting in the work for a little while, my hope turns into faith, and then after living this program a little longer, working more steps, getting more plugged in, my faith turns into trust, right? And so at some point after a few years clean, I can remember having to being covered up in fear again. It was more like the triangle of self-obsession: anger, fear, resentment, right? Fear of everything, fear that everything's gonna fall apart, fear that this is too good to be true, fear that I'm gonna mess this up, knowing that I need to work on behaviors to be able to maintain the relationships and the life that I'm blessed with. And so I have some experience with having a lapse in my program or losing the conscious contact with my higher power because life's going good and I feel like I know how to make good decisions, and I forget that my life's unmanageable if I don't surrender and stay plugged into this program. And so I have some experience with needing to wake up every day and surrender to God and do something for my recovery, because at 10 years clean, I'm still just as how do I want to say this? The disease of addiction will kick my butt just as much as it did on day one, right? And so I have to stay plugged in, do something for my recovery every day, or come to find out I can't manage any of the things in my life that I've been blessed with, right? And so it's a daily surrender. I have to do something for my recovery daily. I have to connect with the God of my understanding. And I got to keep that hope and faith turned into trust, right? Because what'll happen is, next thing you know, after some years clean, I'm just hoping everything's going to be okay without any application in my life, right? If you're struggling or need support, please reach out. Or if you just want to chat, you can message me on here, anything like that. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Have a good day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.